morning, Correa. Thank you. All right. You know, there are many days as a principal that I enjoy because I love what I do, and I think that's important. And if you learn nothing from high school, learn to love what you do, okay? Because that makes such a difference in your life. I have been surrounded by teenagers my entire life. This is my 37th year in Dane County Public School, and I never say I'm going to work. I always say I'm going to school. And that's a big difference. Think about it, okay? And today is one of those days. There's nothing that I enjoy more than hearing from the Correa alumni when they're already adults, when they've graduated and gone on to do great things. And today, I am so proud and so happy to introduce to you one of our alums who has gone on to do wonderful things in the world of TV, Ms. Jennifer Correa. Jennifer, come on up.
Oh, she's so pretty.
All right, how's everyone doing? Halloween's tomorrow, so I'm sure you guys are excited for that, right? Yeah. So, I'm Jennifer Correa. I did come to Varela. I was the third graduating class from this school because when I actually started as a freshman back in 2001, there weren't any seniors. This was a brand new school. Varela was starting its second year, so everything was nice and new. And you know what? Varela really hasn't changed much. It looks as great as it did back then. What year did I graduate? 05. A really nice number. 5 is my favorite number. But I know some of you here are seniors, right? Who's a senior here? Yeah. So, high school, I feel like for me was yesterday, and I mentioned this when I got here. It goes by so fast. So, really enjoy every moment in high school. Have fun, but of course learn, because Varela is the foundation of your education and your foundation of whatever it is you're going to do later on in life or after Varela. Some of you may go to college, or some of you may get into the military. Whatever you do, there's a path for you, and I strongly believe things happen for a reason. I really do believe that. So, whenever life gets hard, just always think that it's gonna be okay, and it will be okay, and it may take time, but you will find where you need to be, where you want to be, and reach your goals. It may not happen right away, but it will happen. I bring that up because, so after I graduated high school, I went to Embry-Riddle. I was in the Aerospace Engineering Academy. I know it doesn't exist right now, but it did when I was in high school. And I was in aviation. I was part of the Wings Club. I took flying lessons, and then I even soloed my senior year. I was taking classes at Miami Executive Airport. And when I graduated, I decided, okay, I'm gonna go to Embry-Riddle. I actually applied to 3 colleges, and that was UM, Embry-Riddle, and UCF. I was very fortunate. I got into all of them. I was set in stone, UM. But when I went to check out UM, they had like an orientation or an open house. This was before actually finalizing that I was going to go there. They showed me the dorms, and I asked my parents, can I please live in the dorms? And they're like, no, you live in Kendall. You can just drive to school. And I was like, okay, well, I kind of want, for me, I was like, I want that experience. So since I did get accepted to Embry-Riddle, I decided to go there. It's in Daytona Beach. It's an aviation school, and it's a small college, a small university, but very good. However, it turned out that it wasn't for me. And, I didn't expect that. I thought I was going to graduate from there. Well, I wasn't completely happy, and my dream was always to be a scientist. I wanted to study something in science. Weather, of course, was a passion of mine because it involves earth and space, or earth sciences. I love space science as well. So the reason why I went to Embry-Riddle was to study engineering physics, or physics engineering. It was quite difficult. I wasn't happy with it. So then I took a class in meteorology. It was an elective there at Embry-Riddle. And I started doing some more research. And I found out that FSU has a really good meteorology program. So I decided that I was going to go to FSU. I was going to transfer. I did that. I transferred the following year, and so I became a Seminole, and I'm very proud of that. And you know what? I was very happy once I was there. So I studied meteorology, and that's my degree, a Bachelor of Science in Meteorology. How did I get into television? Well, it was in FSU. They had, it wasn't even a class, it was like, I guess, a club, you would call it. It was a FSU weather show. And we would run it was student run. We had a chroma key, we had the weather graphics, and we would run the show, do it live 30 minutes on the FSU channel, which is also the government channel. And not many people watch it, but it was something, it was a good experience. So I graduated in 2009. 2008 and 2009 was during the recession. I couldn't find a job when I graduated college in my field. It was very difficult. And, you know, life happens. My parents were going through a pretty bad separation and divorce, and it's hard. That was a hard time for me. I didn't want to leave my mom far away. I wanted to be there for her, but then I didn't want to be in the middle. So it was a confusing time, and I mention this because it's going to happen. You might have wonderful years in high school, and then you go to college and life starts to really happen. But I will say my dad, especially my dad, always supported me whatever I wanted to study or whatever I wanted to do. And he always reminded me to never give up. Now, it was hard to find a job, so I just started doing other part-time jobs. I worked at the Apple store. I worked for an engineering sales office. I worked for MetLife. I was like, well, this is not what I want to do. I want to be out there forecasting the weather. And I was like, you know what? I want to do television. That's what I want to do. So I started working on my reel, which doing videos, putting them together. I actually went to Orlando to a company that helps you put the videos together, and it looks like, you know, you're working at a news station, and that's your resume tape. And I just started sending it out. And this was in 2012, from 2009 to 2012. So it took me 3 years to finally get the job that I wanted, start that career that I studied for, that I worked so hard for, and I almost gave it up. I thought it wasn't for me. But in high school, try to find a mentor, if it's your parent or a teacher or your coach or administrative person, like a principal, assistant principal, or your counselor, a mentor. You need that person to guide you and to, of course, push you. You could push yourself, but sometimes you need somebody else to push you. So keep that in mind. Also, enjoy all the moments. It goes by so fast. Next year, 2020, will be 15 years since I graduated high school, and it does not feel like it. To you, that probably sounds like I'm really old. I'm not that old, by the way. But I will say that if I did high school all over again, I would do it just the same way I did it. So no regrets, enjoy every moment, and learn and have fun, and always keep going, never give up, all right? I do want to ask you guys, I want you guys to ask me questions, so we can have like a talk back. So if you have any questions about my career, what I studied, what I do